Oh, good, you're back. So Abraham sent his servant to find a wife for his son Isaac. And he travels through the desert and he comes to a well and he finds exactly the person that he thinks God has set aside for Isaac. But will she come back with him? That is the question that we are going to find out on today's Sketchbook Bible story. Genesis 24, Part 2. Rebekah had a brother named Laban. He hurried out to the spring to meet the man. Laban had seen the nose ring. He had seen the bracelets on his sister's arms, and he had heard Rebekah tell what the man had said to her. So he went out to the man. He found him standing by the camels near the spring. "The Lord has given you his blessing," he said. "So come, why are you standing out here? I've prepared my house for you. I also have a place for your camels." So the man went to the house. The camels were unloaded. Straw and feed were brought for the camels, and water was brought for him and his men to wash their feet. Then food was placed in front of him. But he said, "I won't eat until I've told you what I have to say." "Then tell us," Laban said. So he said, "I am Abraham's servant. The Lord has blessed my master greatly. He has become wealthy. The Lord has given him sheep and cattle. He's given him silver and gold, and he's given him male and female servants and camels and donkeys. My master's wife Sarah had a son by him when she was old. He has given that son everything he owns. My master made me take an oath. He said, 'I'm living in the land of the people of Canaan, but promise me that you won't get a wife for my son from their daughters. Instead, go to my father's family, to my own relatives. Get a wife for my son there.' Then I asked my master, 'What if the woman won't come back with me?' He replied, 'I have walked with the Lord. He will send his angel with you, so he will give you success on your journey. You will be able to get a wife for my son. You will get her from my own relatives and from my father's family. When you go to my relatives, suppose they refuse to give her to you. Then you will be free from your oath. Today, I came to the spring. I said, 'Lord, you are the God of my master Abraham. Please give me success on this journey I've made.' I'm standing beside this spring. A young woman will come out to get water. I will speak to her. I'll say, 'Please let me drink a little water from your jar.' Suppose she says, 'Have a drink of water and I'll get some for your camels too.' Then let her be the one the Lord has chosen for my master's son." Before I finished praying in my heart, Rebekah came out. She had a jar on her shoulder. She went down to the spring and got water. I said to her, "Please give me a drink." She quickly lowered her jar from her shoulder, and she said, "Have a drink and I'll get water for your camels too." So I drank, and she also got water for the camels. I asked her, "Whose daughter are you?" She said, "The daughter of Bethuel. He's the son of Milcah had by Nahor." Then I put the ring in her nose. I put the bracelets on her arms, and I bowed down and worshiped the Lord. I praised the Lord, the God of my master Abraham. He had led me on the right road. He had led me to get for my master's son the granddaughter of my master's brother. Now, will you be kind and faithful to my master? If you will, tell me. And if you won't, tell me. Then I'll know which way to turn." Laban and Bethuel answered, "The Lord has done all of this. We can't say anything to you one way or the other. Here is Rebekah. Take her and go. Let her become the wife of your master's son, just as the Lord has said." Abraham's servant heard what they said, so he bowed down to the Lord with his face to the ground. He brought out the gold and silver jewelry. He brought out the articles of clothing. He gave it all to Rebekah. He also gave expensive gifts to her brother and her mother. Then Abraham's servant and the men who were with him ate and drank. They spent the night there. They got up the next morning. Abraham's servant said, "Send me back to my master." But her brother and mother replied, "Let the young woman stay with us 10 days or so. Then you can go." But he said to them, "Don't make me wait. The Lord has given me success on my journey. Send me on my way so I can go to my master." Then they said, "Let's get Rebecca. We'll ask her about it." So they sent for her. They asked her, "Will you go with this man?" "Yes," she said. So they sent their sister Rebecca on her way with Abraham's servant and his men. They also sent Rebecca's attendant with her, and they gave Rebecca their blessing. They said to her, "Dear sister, may your family grow by thousands and thousands, and may your children after you take over the cities of their enemies." Then Rebecca and her female servants got ready. They got on their camels to go with the man. So the servant took Rebecca and left. By that time, Isaac had come from Beer Lahai Roi. He was living in the Negev desert. One evening, he went out to the field. He wanted to spend some time thinking. When he looked up, he saw camels approaching. Rebecca also looked up and saw Isaac. She got down from her camel. She asked the servant, "Who is that man in the field coming to meet us?" "He is my master," the servant answered. So she took her veil and covered her face. Then the servant told Isaac everything he had done. Isaac brought Rebekah into the tent that had belonged to his mother Sarah, and he married Rebekah. She became his wife, and he loved her. So Isaac was comforted after his mother died. So I realize the point of this whole story is that Abraham sends a servant out to find a wife, and she comes back, and they live happily ever after, that whole thing. But honestly, my favorite part of this story is the servant. He goes out and he prays earnestly, and he's like, "God, it would be amazing if it could happen exactly like this. She'll come out, I'll ask her this, she'll say this." And God goes, "Great idea." And so she comes out, and it happens exactly that way, and he is thrilled. They invite him back to the house, and the first thing he says is, "Hold on, I have to tell you exactly how God just came through for me." And then they go back, and he runs to Isaac and says, "I've got to tell you exactly the way that God just made this whole thing happen." And for me, it's really exciting to see somebody in the Bible who is excited about what is happening. And I think sometimes it's easy to overlook in our own life where we say, "Hey, God, this thing needs to come through." And God goes, "Cool, I'm going to make that thing come through." And then we just move on without saying, "All right, I've got to stop everything and tell someone how God just came through for me." And what I pray for all of us is that we can have that kind of excitement, that we can say, "Hey, God just came through, and before I go on with anything else, I've got to share it with somebody." Hey, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like the video, and maybe share it with somebody who you think would also like to come along this journey through the Bible with Sketchbook Bible Stories. Thanks for watching. See you next time.